come back and talk a little bit more about frequencies and how to manifest what you want. And one of the things that happens so often is when we're going after something, say a job or something, we can only see one way for us to do that. Maybe putting out resumes, asking friends, trying to network, going on Craigslist, whatever. We can only see maybe our way of making a job happen. But when you go and you ask God and you use the divine field, what happens is, instead of being like a fisherman with one lone line, you then instead say, I just don't have my line in the water hoping to catch a fish. I'm going to ask God to help me with his infinite net of possibilities and miraculous, magical ways that your dream could come true, that God could provide for you that you could never think of. And I'm just going to retell a quick story. I told this before on some of my frequency videos about manifesting, some of my personal stories, but one of them was I really wanted to go to Hawaii to surf. It was a real dream of mine. I really wanted to do it. I was saving money. I wanted to go in November. I had a certain time slot. So I was really working at, like, loving surfing and thinking about Hawaii and where I wanted to go, and I was saving money. Okay, and up about the time when I had the ability to go in November, I didn't have the money. I didn't have any way I thought that I could go. And a friend of mine joked with me. He was like, aha, so much for you. There you were manifesting Hawaii and your surf trip, and you didn't do it. It didn't happen because here's November. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's, kind of disappointing, And then I got a call that day or the next, right around that exact timing I'd asked for. And it was from an ex-client from the rehab where I used to work, and she needed a sober coach to go with her on a trip with her daughter to Hawaii on a surf trip. So she offered to give me this trip for free, learning how to surf, and 2 islands in 10 days if I would just come watch her and make sure that she stayed sober. So within a couple days, I was on a plane, and I was in Hawaii, and I was learning how to surf, and everything that I had wanted and dreamed for and asked for came through with no money, because I didn't have the money, nor did it come through in any way I ever would have thought of. So when I say, just don't count on yourself. Remember, when you really want something and you're in a good place about it and it's loving and it's a good thing, it's not some evil thing, it's some great thing, loving thing that would bring great happiness to your spirit, God's there with you. You do have a very important and big, powerful friend in God and the divine source, and you are not alone. And so when you go to wish for something, just remember that you might have your line in the water, but you've got God's net with you. So be open to your wish and your dreaming being fulfilled in a way that you never thought it would. And in fact, it's way better when the miracle of God comes in, because it's always in some unique way that you would never have imagined. And that's half the joy of being alive, just the awe and wonder of your faith being fulfilled. And not to mention, I got a trip to Hawaii, which I really loved. So everybody, thanks for all your questions. I hope this helped a little bit, illuminate you a little more about frequencies and how to bring in the things that you desire and that you deserve. Okay, God bless everybody.